Yingako umuntu ofike la abazalwane ezidela khona.
That is why a person who's gotten to that position
Ukufa
of
kuye
denying
akusi
himself,
issue.
death to him is no longer an issue.
Uma uphila kulokuphila usasaba ukufa.
When you live in this life and still fearing death,
Uboshiwe.
you are bound.
Ngoba abantu abasaba ukufa
Because people who fear death,
benziswa izinto ezirong.
they're actually commanded to do wrong things.
So kulula ukuthi uSathane adlale ngawe
So it's easy for the devil to play around with you
mawusaba ukufa.
if you fear death.
So Paul uthi ke akekho umuntu oziphilela ngokwakhe.
So Paul says there isn't anyone who lives for himself.
Akekho umuntu oziphilela
There
ngokwakhe.
isn't anyone who lives for himself.
Fanele ulamukele leli qiniso.
You need to accept this truth.
Ukuthi uvukile namhlanje ekseni
The mere fact that you've woken up this
awuvuswanga
morning,
i-alarm.
it is not the alarm that actually woke you up.
Uvuswe umusa
It
kaNkulunkulu.
is by the grace of God that you woke up.
Awuvukanga ngoba wena udla healthy.
You didn't wake up because you eat healthy.
Uvuswe umusa
It
kaNkulunkulu.
is by the grace of God
Khona
that you
abantu
woke up.
abalala bengagulanga
There are certain people who slept without being sick,
angavuki.
but still not wake up in the morning.
Bafike bathi hayi wazi silale kumnandi
And they
kanjani.
come and say, you know, it was very nice when we slept,
Akasavukanga.
but this morning he didn't wake up.
Ingakho mawuphila yazi ukuthi ukuphilela
That is
inkosi.
why when you live, you must know that you're living for the Lord.
We live unto the Lord.
Siphilele inkosi.
Na uyazi lento uzothatha amaplani wakho wabeke
When you
eceleni.
know this, you'll take all your plans and put them
Ulwele
aside,
ukujabulisa
and
uNkulunkulu
you fight to please the Lord
ngempilo akunike
with the
yona.
life that He has granted
Umbonga
to
ngani
you.
uNkulunkulu njengoba kuvusa kangaka nje?
How do you thank God?
Yini
as
into
He keeps on
ongayikhomba
waking you
ukuthi
up?
le ngiyenzela
What is it that you
uNkulunkulu?
can point that this I'm doing for God?
Ingudanki wami wokuthi every day uyangivusa.
Be thankful that every day He wakes you up,
Kunokuletha ilist yezinto oyifunayo.
rather than bringing a list of the things that you're looking for and want.
Kodwa namhlanje sihlangene la.
But today we have gathered here.
Khona umuntu ongavukanga kule Sunday.
There's someone who didn't wake up in this Sunday.
Le namhlanje
This
akavukanga.
very one of today, they didn't wake up.
Ingakho every week kuba nemingcwabo
That is why every week there's funerals
endaweni ehlukene.
at different places.
Ngoba kunabantu abangavukanga.
Because there are certain people that didn't wake up.
Wena uyavuka njalo.
And you wake up every day.
Yini into oyenzela uNkulunkulu?
What is it that you are doing for God?
So kulesikhathi akuphasona uziphilela
So
the way
in this time
ufuna
that
ngakhona.
He has actually given you, are you
Eh
living the way
ungazongitshela
you
it's
do?
my life.
Don't tell me, it's my life.
Eh uyazi ukuthi uThixo lesibanda ngathi
Do you know that God can just switch off your lamp?
uNkulunkulu isibani sempilo athi
God can just put off the
and
lamp. And
akekho
say-
ngamvimba.
And there's no one that can hinder Him.
Azongitshela impilo yami ya
Don't
ngihlubusha
tell me,
bami.
this is my life.
Ubusha
The youthfulness,
wabudla.
you're enjoying it.
Yaphela.
It comes to an end.
Ingakho uthi usemncane bathi Kurotman.
That is why when you're young, they actually call you big brother or old man.
Ngempela uyazi ngibonga umusa kaNkulunkulu.
Indeed, I'm very grateful for the grace of God.
Abantu abayintanga nami
The people that are the same age as
ngihamba
me,
nabo.
when I walk with them,
Iningi labo ngathi ngababiza babomncane.
most of them I could actually call them uncle.
Umusa kaNkulunkulu.
It is by the grace of God.
Nangibheka ukuthi ubuyisa ubusha.
When I look that He actually renews
Uloku
my
ubuyisela
youthfulness,
ubusha njalo.
God keeps on renewing
Umzimba
my
uloku
youth.
uyavuma. Angikwazi ukwenza
I
engikuthandayo
cannot do as I please
ngalempilo.
with this life.
Yini into oyenzela uNkulunkulu?
What is it that you are doing for God?
Yini into oyenzela uNkulunkulu ngempilo akuphe yona?
What are you doing for God with the life that
Ngiyayizwa
He has
leya.
given you?
Hayi, yazi nangathola nje
I can
umsebenzi.
hear the one that, no, if I could just get a job.
Yeah, before ekunika
Yes,
umsebenzi.
before He gives you the job.
Yini into oyenzela uNkulunkulu?
What is it that you are doing for God?
Ngoba ukukhonza uNkulunkulu akudependanga emalini.
Because worshiping God does not depend upon money.
Nayo uma ngabe impilo yakho ungayinikelanga kuJesu,
And even if you did not give your life to Christ,
imali iyanamathela enhliziyweni.
money does cling to your heart.
Ayiphumi kalula.
And it doesn't easily leave.
Nawubona umuntu enikela usuke enikela ngokuthanda uNkulunkulu.
When you see someone offering, it is because he
Hayi
loves God,
ngoba egcina umthetho wesonto.
not because he's actually keeping the command of the church or the law.
Yingakho asiwabeki nama records.
That is why we do not even place records.
Ubani uyanikela ubani akanikeli. Hayi
That,
ayifuni
okay,
thina
so and
leyo.
so is offering and so is
Nangabe
not. That
uyamthanda
does not
usimakade
concern us.
kuyobonakala ngezenzo.
If you love the Almighty, it will be evident through your
Nangabe
actions.
uza kuye njenge-ATM nakhona kuyabonakala
When you
ngezenzo.
also come to him as though he's an ATM, it's also evident.
Yini into enzela uNkulunkulu?
What is it that you are doing for God?
Kodwa abantu abathi Nkosi
But
ngisebenzise
the people that say, Lord, use me,
bathwala isiphambano.
they carry their cross.
Yibo laba bathi akuseyimi ophilayo.
Those are the people that say, it is no longer
Kodwa
I who
uKristu
lives,
uphila kimi.
but it is Christ that lives inside of me.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 15.
2 Corinthians 5:15.
Lithi, and he died for all,
Lithi wabafela bonke
that those who live
ukuthi labo abaphilayo
should no longer live for themselves,
bangasaziphileli bona,
but for him who died for them and rose again.
kepha baphilele yena owabafela wavuka.
Wafela bonke.
He died for all,
Kusho ukuthi nakathi wafela bonke,
which means when it says he died for all,
nawe ubalwe lapho.
you are also counted among the all.
Yini engazange wakhetha abathile?
Why didn't he choose specific individuals?
Yini lingathi wafela abathile?
Why didn't it say he died for certain
Kuthiwa
people?
wafela
But
bonke.
it says he died for all,
Ufelani bonke? Ukuze laba abaphilayo
that those who live
bangasaziphileli bona,
might no longer live for themselves,
baphilele yena
but live for him
ofele bona.
who for their sake died.
Uyayizwa na?
Can you hear this?
Wafela bonke.
He died for all,
Efela ukuthi abaphilayo
dying so that those who live,
bangamfeli.
they no longer die for him.
Angeke umfele uJesu,
You can never die for Christ,
kodwa ungamphilela.
but you can live for him.
Ngithi angeke umfele.
I'm saying you can never die for Christ.
Akafelanga ukuthi
He
umfele.
did not die so that you die
Ngithi
for
uJesu
him.
akafelanga wena
saying that
ukuthi wena ufele yena.
Jesus Christ didn't die for you so that you can
Ngoba
also
kade
die for him.
engadlali istokfela.
Because he wasn't playing stockfall.
Bekangenzi nika uJesu.
He wasn't doing stockfall.
Kodwa uma ngabe fela wena,
But when he died for you,
bekakufela ukuthi uphilele
he died so
yena.
that you can actually live for
Kusho
him.
ukuthi umuntu okhetha ukungamphileli
Which means
uJesu
someone that chooses not to live for Christ
akanadanki.
has no thank you inside of him, is ungrateful.
Khona abantu abanganadanki.
There are certain people who are ungrateful.
Yingakho nawe kunabantu obenzela izinto ezinhle.
That is why there are certain people that you've done good
Bahluleka
deeds for,
ukukubonga.
but they actually fail to thank you.
Uyakuzwa kubuhlungu kanjani uma wenzela umuntu into
Can
enhle angakubonga?
Do you know how painful it is when you actually do something for someone and they
Ahlale
don't thank
ukucela kodwa akabonge.
They just ask, but they do not thank you.
Nempilo ayiphilayo towards wena ayibonisi ukuthi unodanki.
And the life that they live towards you does not show that it actually has gratefulness inside.
Ungakhala wena noJesu nayo lo challenge.
You'd cry. Even Christ has that very same challenge.
Kunabantu uJesu abafele.
There are people that Christ died for,
Bazenzela into abayithandayo.
but they do as they please.
Uma beza kuye basuke sebexakekile.
And when they come to him, it is only in times where they're actually confused.
Yingakho kuhle ukuthi uphilele uJesu ungakapheli.
That is why it's good for you to actually live for Christ before your life has come to an
Ngithi
end.
ungakapheli.
Now I'm saying while you are still,
Abanye abantu beza kuJesu sebeshoda.
other people come to Christ while there's some
Ngoba
parts are
lesikhathi
missing in them.
eziphilela wenze yonke into elimaza lo mzimba.
Because at the time he lived for us, he actually did everything
So
that harms
uza
his body.
kuJesu so uyashoda.
So he comes to Christ now, he's actually harmed.
Yebo ke phela uJesu ngeke athi angikufuni so uyashoda.
Christ will not say, yeah, I refuse you because
Kodwa
now there's certain
bewungeke
parts that are
usakwazi
missing in you.
ukugijima ngendlela obungagijima ngayo lesikhathi
But
usaphelele.
now you cannot run the same manner in which you would run if you were still, if your body was
Isikhathi
still complete.
esiright sokukhonza uNkulunkulu.
The right time to worship God.
Akusile isikhathi amadolo engasavumi.
It's not the time when your knees are failing you.
Lalela awulindi ukuthi uzobe umkhulu ukuthi wamukele
You
uJesu.
do not wait until you are a grandpa in order for you to
Kungcono
accept
kuba
Jesus.
umkhulu nogogo kukuthole uhamba
It is better that
noJesu.
you become a
Hayi
grandpa
ukuthi wena kade
and walk with
ubhizinesi
Christ.
lemfu impilo yakho yonke manje sokhathela.
Not
Hayi
that you are
ake
business
manje
walking
ngiye
into
kuJesu.
your whole life, and then when you are tired, you say, let me run to Christ.
yingakho nawumuntu omusha
That is why if you are a young
thatha
person,
impilo yakhe ebusheni
take your life
uyinikele kuJesu
and give it to
bese
Christ
uphilela uJesu
and live for
futhi
Jesus.
yeke ubuhle bokumazi
And you say,
ebusheni bami umphilele uJesu umusha
live for Jesus Christ. When you
bazalwane
are young.
uJesu uyaphileleka
It is possible for you to live for Christ in your youthfulness.
mangikhumbula ngamukela uJesu
I remember when I accepted Jesus Christ, I was 18.
ngina 18 mangamukela uJesu
I was 18 years when I accepted Christ.
lento kaJesu yathi mayingena
And when this thing of Christ entered inside of me,
ubumnandi bakhona
its pleasure,
bangenza ngaphela appetite
it actually made my appetite
yazo
come to an
zonke
end
izono engangizenza
of all the sins I used to do.
ngezwe ukuthi yazi yangibambezela yonke le
And I felt that, all these things are holding me back.
yingakho uma ngempela uJesu efikile empilweni yomuntu
That is why if indeed Christ has come into an individual's
akadingi
life,
ukugadwa
this person doesn't need a bodyguard or to be looked after.
ngaba independent
I
from
became
leso sikhathi
independent from that time,
hlala ngedwa ngagadwanga
living alone without anyone looking after me.
kodwa ngangigadwe ivangeli
But it was the gospel that was looking after me.
uJesu ngamamkela
When I accepted Jesus Christ,
namhlanje mangibheke emuva
today when I look back, the
izinto uNkulunkulu azenzile ngempilo
things
yami
that God has done through my life,
zazingekho elistini yemithandazo
they were not
engangiyithandaza
on the list of,
ngoba yena uthi ngiyayazi imicabango engicabanga
because he
ngawe
says, for I know the plans that
imicabango
I have for you,
yokuhle kunengeyobubi
plans to
kunento
make you
enkulu
prosper, not
ayicabanga
plans to make
ngawe
you perish.
edlula le wena
There
ozicabangela
are things
yona
that God has plans for you which are beyond what you
ngabo
actually
ngangibuza ukuthi
plan for
le
yourselves.
nto yenza namhlanje
When they ask you that what you are doing today,
wawuyifisa yini
did I really wish for
Bengingayifisi.
it? I didn't.
bengingayihaleli
I didn't even
beyingekho
desire for
emqondweni
it.
wami
It wasn't even in my mind.
kodwa uNkulunkulu wayayikhona
But in God it was
ukuthi ngizokusebenzisa kanje wena
that I will use you in this manner.
iyaphileleka lempilo kaJesu
It is
bazalwane
possible to live this life of Christ.
ingakho uma umuntu omusha
That is why if you're a young person,
ungahambi nalabantu abasha abadlalayo
do not walk with people that play around
ngoba
a lot,
kunabakereki yabona
because they are churchgoers.
khona abantu abathandela ikereke
There are
yabazalwane
certain people that just love going to the
impilo yakhe
Christian
ayishintshi
church.
mara uyayikerekela
Their lives do not change, but they do go to church.
uma ungahlangana naye phakathi kweviki
If you meet him during the week,
ngeke usho ukuthi umntwana
you
kaNkulunkulu
can never say that this is a child of God.
kodwa Sunday umthola phakathi kwabazalwane
But on Sunday, you find him in the midst of believers.
hlabelela naye phakamisa izandla
And
ekhala
he's singing
inyembezi
and raising up his hands and crying.
nakaphuma uphile enye impilo
But the moment he leaves church, he lives a different
wawufuna
life.
ukubona umusa
If you
kaNkulunkulu
really
empilweni
want to
yakho
see the grace of God in your life,
ungahambi nohlobo lwabantu
do
abanjalo
not walk with that type of people.
ngoba le mimoya nale mikhuhlane
Because
iyathelelana
all these spirits are actually infectious.
ungathi na uthanda uNkulunkulu
Do not that when
uhambe
you love
nabantu
God
abazothi hayi nawe you are too serious
and walk with people that say, you are too serious with this.
hawu sibasha phela
They say, oh, we're still young.
abanye abantu bacabanga ukuthi ilingo zanamhlanje zicede ukufika
Other people think that the temptations of today have just come.
bacabanga ukuthi zazingekho lesa sikhathi
They think that they were not present in our times or long ago.
kanti hayi zazikhona
No, they were actually present.
ilingo lezi ezikhona namhlanje zazikhona
The temptations of these days were actually present.
nathi sakhula bekhona osisi
We grew up while there were sisters around.
ababeyisondeza
That really drew them closer to us.
yabona njena mhla ngi abantu abaningi bethatheka ngesurprise
You know, when a lot of people were taken by surprise,
kuyisunday
it was a Sunday.
beze enkonzweni as normal
Coming to church is normal.
beze umfundisi esekethe
They heard the pastor saying,
abateli yoza lapha
Gabateli, come to the front.
abanye bakwatela ikereke
And others were actually angry at the church.
bayeka vele bathi asuka
Some left the church and said, no, we're no longer fellowshipping here.
babecabanga ukuthi umusa uyofika ngakubo
Because they thought that the grace would actually get to them as well.
bengilethela amakhekhe
And they were bringing cookies for me.
angibhakelwa mina
They used to bake for me.
wambona pho umuntu okubhakela amakhekhe awu5
Where have you ever seen a person that
maxova
bakes
flour
5
for
cookies?
5 cakes scones
Can you mix
5
flour just for 5 cakes?
kaftin nyana esincane singaka
Just a small container.
angisho ngenzela ukuthi na uyinsizwa ungacabanga ukuthi intsha lento